Okay, welcome back. So the next video we're going to go into is how to defend ourselves from choke from the rear. Okay, now I had to think about it, and one of the worst chokes that you could get from the rear, from somebody attacking you from behind, is the rear naked choke, or what we used to call in the old days the sleeper hold. Okay, so basically, again, it comes back to my previous videos. Be aware of your surroundings, okay? Don't let anybody get behind you in the first place. If a person can't get behind you, they can't put you in a rear naked choke, okay? You never ever let anyone get behind you. You want to keep people in your center or just out to your sides at worst case scenario. You don't want anyone getting behind you. So you have to be aware of it, okay? So when you go to a pub or a nightclub or a bar, I always put my back to the wall, okay? It's always to the wall. I always find a table where I'm up against the wall and I can see everything, okay? No one can get behind you, okay? So, however, even though we are aware and we're doing things, people can get behind us at some point in time. That's okay. If we get into the rear naked choke, if somebody gets us in that position, then we need to deal with it. So the first thing is, real basically, let's say if a person's coming in and they're bringing their arm up behind you, if you manage to, if you know that someone's there, they've got you like in like a bit of a bear hug or whatever, okay, and you can see they're going for the naked choke or something like that. If you manage to get an arm up around your neck here, around your throat area, like either here, like if you go for a rear naked choke from there, okay, she can't get it. She can't do anything. Or if I manage to get an arm up over this way, go again, she can't get it. There's nothing there. So if you can get an arm there, okay, it doesn't matter which arm, okay, an arm in the way, doesn't matter how you have it, that person can't get the rear naked choke on you, okay? So that's all very well if you know that the person's trying to get the choke on you. However, sometimes a person can be really quick. It doesn't take long to get a rear naked choke on somebody. It only takes a split second, okay? So let's say the person comes around really quick and they're going to grab you around the throat. Okay, and here, bang, they got you. Okay, if they get you there, one, you're in a bad place, a really bad place. One, they've got their centre behind you, okay, facing directly at you, and you've pretty much got nothing in your centre, okay? The only thing you've got a sort of in your centre is their arm here. Okay, so we have to react really quickly, okay, if they do get into that position. Now the second thing, it gets worse, because I've seen a lot of people on YouTube when I've had a look around, and they'll do the rear naked choke like this. They're doing the rear naked choke, and then while they're doing it, the person that's here is standing up. Okay, well, I can tell you right now, when the person grabs you with a rear naked choke, you're not going to be standing here like this. They're going to pull you off balance, okay? It's a natural course of action. It's a natural reaction for the person to take you off balance. They may not be aware of the absolute full significance of doing that, but they do know it's going to work in their favour, okay? So let's say she comes around, does the rear naked choke, and she takes me off balance. Okay, so we have to work from there. Always work in worst case scenario. If a person does put you in a rear naked choke and they don't take you off balance, brilliant, that's one in your favour. Okay, so what do? Let's get into this. Let's say she puts me in a rear naked choke, she takes me off balance. The first thing you want to do is grab her arms here, okay? It doesn't matter how you do it, just put your arms on here, and the first thing you want to do is just release there for a second. We don't want our throat, come up closer, we don't want our throat this way, going directly against the inside of this person's arm. okay? Because if you've got that inside arm here going directly against your throat, you're putting, there's more of a choke there, okay? And it's dangerous, okay? This person, what they're doing here, they can kill you, okay? It's not a game, okay? It's not just self-defense anymore. You're in a basic form, you could die from this. If the person doesn't let you go, you could die. So you're in a life and death situation here, okay? So anything goes, because if this person chokes you out and doesn't let you go, they think, oh, the person's just pretending, and they're holding on to you. They could kill you, okay? So it's not a game, right? So the first thing is, it goes into the choke. The first thing you want to do is, when you're back like this, don't worry about your balance right now. Balance is not a priority right now. The first thing you want to do is try and get this arm here and turn your head this way, okay? Like so. Okay, so why are we turning our head this way? Basically, we want to turn our throat this way towards the person's elbow, okay? So we're grabbing their arm, we're trying to pull it down, and while we're doing that, we're trying to turn our head that way. Now we want to turn this way because inside, if I can just pull your sleeve up, inside the inside here, we just bend your arm a bit, inside here where the elbow, on the inside of the elbow, it's all flabby skin on all of us, okay? It's flabby skin. There's a bit of a hole there in that area, okay, a hollow. We want to get our throat here in this area so that we've got room to breathe, okay? It's very important that we're able to breathe, okay? Basically, it goes like this. Balance is extremely important, as I've covered in previous lessons. However, having an open airway and being able to breathe, okay, right, is far more important than balance. Your airway and your breathing, okay, gives you your circulation, the ABCs, airway, breathing, circulation. You need an open airway, okay? If that gets blocked by the person strangling you here, putting you in a choke, you're not able to breathe. And if you can't breathe, you're going to lose circulation, right? No circulation, blood, right? The heart's going to stop and you're going to die. So before balance is your airway, your breathing and your circulation. You need those three things to stay alive, okay? So whenever you're in a situation where someone is attacking your airway and trying to stop you from breathing, that becomes priority. Priority number one is your airway and your breathing. Otherwise you're going to die. Okay, so the person has you here. The first thing you want to be doing is grabbing. If you need to, you can whack the elbow, okay, at the same time as you move your head this way, your throat this way, like that, okay? So if I was coming through, I'd be like that, whacking, okay? Once you get here, you want to be driving your chin down into this fleshy part of the elbow as well. Get it in there, okay? Try and drive it in there so that you can at least breathe. Now, when you get there, it's not very comfortable. Okay? It's not very comfortable at all, but you're breathing. And if you're breathing, you're still alive, okay? And you can fight to get yourself out. But the priority is breathing. If you don't, if they cut your breathing off, you're going to go unconscious. You might be lucky that they let you go and you live, or they might hold on to you and you die, okay? Or you might live but with brain damage. So it's not a game. As I said, it's not a game. It's very important, very serious. Okay, so let's say she comes around, grabs me, okay, she takes me off balance, I get here, I turn, I dig my chin in, okay, put pressure on, keep going, okay, it's very hard, but I can still breathe. Okay, so the next thing is our balance. We need to regain our balance. Now, obviously she's got more power than me there. I'm off balance, she's got balance, okay, she might be leaning back and pulling me in, she's got her balance and she's taken mine. That's a bad place to be, because I've lost power now as far as what she's got, but I'm still on my feet at this stage. So the next thing we need to do is say she comes around, she grabs, I grab her, I put my thing into here, she's knocked me off balance. Next thing I've got to do is drive my legs back and drive her back. Okay? So, what you got to do is from this side, I'll bring the camera down a bit. I'll bring the camera out, so hopefully you can see footwork. Not really footwork as such. Okay, but let's just say you can see my legs there. She puts me in a thing, okay, and you want to drive your legs, pushing this person back. Okay, so hopefully you can see my legs going back there. Now, we don't go back slowly, we drive them back, okay, with full power, as hard as we possibly can, okay. And it's like this. Imagine I'm in a choke here and it's like this. Okay? And you drive your whole body weight back into that person. Okay, what are we doing with that? When we drive that person back as far as we can, we don't have our balance. But now we've taken their balance as well. They don't have balance either. So, although we've lost a certain amount of power, they're losing power, okay? Whatever we hit, they're going to hit it first, okay? If we hit that metal gate over there with full power, Teresa would hit it first, okay? And how hard is she going to hit that? As hard as I'm thrusting my body backwards, that's how hard she's going to hit that. So whoever's holding on to you, it doesn't matter what you hit, whether you're going to hit into the corner of a table, or chairs, or into a car, or through a window, or whatever it may be, they're going to hit it first. Okay? Now, when they hit that, hopefully you're going to injure them, or hopefully you're going to wound them. Okay? Or you're going to wind them. Okay? Where they're either going to let go, or they're going to loosen up their grip. Okay, now the other thing that we can do, we're like this. We've got our chin in the corner here, we've driven them back full power. Whatever we hit, we hit. If it's an oncoming car, they're going to hit it first. It doesn't matter, your life is in danger here. Okay, right? Once we hit whatever we hit, you've got the opportunity now, as we hit it, boom, okay, we thrust this arm here up, okay, so when we thrust it up, we're like this, and then we reach up and we thrust the arm up over the top of us. Okay, once we do that, we turn and we go into self-defense mode from there. That's one option. However, some people, they forget to actually lift the arm off, okay, in that heat of the moment, when they're crashing into something, they forget to lift their arm off. So what can we do? We'll bring the camera forward a bit. Okay, so let's just say she's got me in the choke. I've grabbed her arm, I've thrust my chin in this way, I've put my chin in, I'm breathing but it's uncomfortable, that's okay, I'm driving her body backwards. Okay, we hit into whatever we hit in. Okay, now I've got my balance. It's pushed up against her body, but I've now got balance. From here, I want to turn. I want to turn my centre towards her. I can start hitting. Okay, I can elbow, I can hit, if it's a male, I can grab. Okay, but I want to be now pushing my body in and turning it towards her. I want my centre facing her. It's very important that we get our centre facing the person, the attacker. If I'm like this, I want to be turning my body this way, towards her. I don't want to turn my body away from her and give her my back. If I turn my body this way, I'm giving her my back. I'm going more, just stay there, I'm going more into the choke. Okay, it's making it worse for me. I'm here, I'm pushing my arm. If I go this way, I'm pushing my body into the choke. I'm going into it. Okay, and I'm giving her my back. So, the problem a lot of people have is when they get into situations like this, they don't know which way to turn. Okay, they panic. Which way do I turn? You can't afford to do that. You can't afford to turn the wrong way. Okay, if you turn the wrong way, you can make things a lot worse for yourself. Okay, you need to be able to turn the correct way. So people are like, well, how do I know which way to turn? You always want to turn your center. Talked about it in previous videos. Turn your center towards your attacker. Never ever give the attacker your back. You give the attacker your back and they'll take you. Alright? Alright, you give the attacker your back and they're going to take you into the rear naked choke. Okay? You're in a bad place. You can't defend yourself when they're right behind you. Okay? You never ever give your back to your attacker. You want to be facing them. Okay? You're going to make it harder for them. Alright? And be able to defend yourself properly. So, it's the same thing. Just come over this way, over here. Again, if I was here and I was in rear naked choke, okay, I want to be turning towards my attacker. Okay, I want to be turning towards her. I don't want to be trying to turn away. Because what am I giving her? I'm not helping myself here. Okay, very important, that part. Okay, so if we can get the person's arm off us in the initial impact of whatever we drive ourselves into, that's all good. You're going to get them off you really quickly. If you forget to do that, you simply can start elbowing, okay, grabbing, striking, okay, and turning into that person. Remember, they're now pinned up against the wall or car or table or whatever it is that they've gone into. You can start turning your body in towards them. Okay, where does that leave us up to? Okay, we're here. This person, I'm not being aware of my surroundings. She grabs me. Okay, I turn in. She's got me off balance. I drive her back as fast and hard as I can. Boom! As soon as I get here, if I forget to push her arm off or don't want to, I can start striking. Okay, now I can start hitting her with power. Remember, her two arms are taken up in the lock. Alright? I've got two free arms. I can do whatever I want here. Okay? Boom, boom. Okay, yes, she's got me here, but I can now also start to turn. Once I get to here, we'll just go forward a little bit. Once I get to here, notice how we're now going into the headlock. Now I want to turn my head from this way. Okay? So those of you that have watched the headlock video, okay, I can't remember exactly what part it is, but we turn our head. We don't want our head facing this way, we want to turn this way. We turn our body in towards our attacker, okay, and we go into getting ourselves out of a headlock. Now I've already covered it, but I'll do it quickly here. If it's a double hand headlock, okay, I want to bring my hands up to here. I want to start, grab her hand, her wrist. I want to start hitting her hand here. She releases. I come up, okay. I can start to turn. Whoop, you alright?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I thought I heard a crack there. Okay, I can come up, start to turn, right, bring her arm behind and go into an attack. Okay. Again, once I'm here, from here, I can turn my head inwards, make sure my center's facing her. Okay, I can come up and grab, hit, 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 pull her arm out, bring the arm up, okay, bring the arm back in, okay, and take the person. If she's doing a one-handed headlock, once I get from here to here, she starts doing punching. I want to block, grab the arm, okay, and pull the arm through up to here. Boom. Okay, here we can take it back as well. Okay, lots of different techniques we can do. We can bring the arm up, lock, okay, through. Right, lots of different things we can do. But that all goes back into defense against a headlock. Okay, quite simple, really easy. But basically the rear naked choke can lead straight to the headlock technique that I've already taught. How to get out of a headlock or defense against a headlock. Okay. Alright. So what we're going to do there is we're going to leave it at that. And if you got any questions or comments, make sure you let us know, and we'll try and answer those to our best of our ability. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for coming along. Cheers. Bye bye.